Hey everyone, I'm just going to have a little bit of fun painting this paintable, and I'm going to be using Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist. I'm going to be using, let's see, Caribbean Blue, Tattered Rose, Peach Delight, Olive Vine, Candlelight, Mustard Seed, and then I'm also going to be using some Tim Holtz Colorwash and Cranberry. And in a second I'll get up and run and grab my wheat fields the last minute because I forgot about that one. So I'm just going to start by doing the lighter colors first. So I'm going to start with Tattered Rose, and I just take a number 6 round brush, and I kind of swirl it into my Glimmer Mist. If I want glimmer in there, then I'll swirl it around and get some of the glimmer from the bottom. So I'm going to get all the lightest parts of my page first. So I'm going to start with my roses. I want them to be a reddish pink, and I want them to fade from dark red to pink. So my tips are going to be the light part. So I'm going to go ahead and paint all my tips with this Tattered Rose. And you can actually paint the whole rose in this pink because the red will mask this pretty well. And this is watercolor paper, so it has a little bit of rag in it, but you still want to be careful with your brushes, especially if you're using a synthetic brush. You don't want to scrub the glimmer on there. So I'm just wetting the entire area of the rose, and I'm concentrating a little more on the tip here, so I'm getting a little more pink on that tip area. And I'm just going to go around my page and paint all of my roses. Alright, so I lightly painted all of my roses pink. Now I'm going to go in with the dark red, which is the Cranberry Colorwash. And I'm going to dip my brush in there. And remember, my roses are already wet from the Tattered Rose that I was just using. So I'm just going to get the excess off my brush. I don't want too much on here because this is really strong stuff. And I'm going to start in the crease of my rose. So see how all that color is going in there really well. And I'm kind of staying in the shaded area. And I'll get these petals here. I just kind of color in whatever is going to be the darkest part of the rose. So this bud here needs to be a little dark in some areas, probably shaded around this side here. And then I'll just follow along some of the little lines. And we'll get a little bit in here, just to darken it up a little bit. And it looks messy right now, but it'll come together in just a second. I'm going to rinse my brush. And I'm going to use my wet brush to kind of blend those two colors together. So I'm kind of just scribbling along the bleed there. I'm going to do the same thing here. And you'll see it starts to make that paint blend in really well together. And we'll bring it in to the petals a little more up here. Rinse a little bit more off my brush. And I'm going to bring some more of the color wash up just by pulling the color upward into the rest of the flower.
Little flower.
So here's my finished paintable, and all I did was I basically painted the page like I would color a coloring page since the print's already on there. And then I took some Caribbean blue and I just painted along all the edges. I painted the flowers, leaves, and berries first, and then I painted the blue in there. And what I did was I didn't try to get too detailed with the brush, so I didn't go right up to the illustration here. So I stayed about that far away. And then I grabbed some iridescent gold and I sprayed the whole thing very lightly. I didn't even mist over the whole thing until the colors started to bleed together. And what that did was it allowed the blue to bleed closer to the illustration. So pretty easy. And stay tuned today because I have some more videos coming up, and I'm going to be finishing my configuration box by Tim Holtz. I've already painted it teal and added some book pages on there, so I'm going to show you how to do that, and then we'll fill it up with something yummy. Thanks for watching.